this video. Okay.
No.
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Three, two,
Laughter
one. All right. So
is a high vibratory thing,
I
so
know, I know. So we should do more of that. Okay.
we laugh a lot here. Okay.
All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Natasha Parvin, and I am with the Remote Spirit Release group, the Spirit Release Academy. And I have Tara here. She's a good friend. We've known each other for years. Go ahead and introduce
Indeed.
yourself.
Hi there. Yes, I'm Tara Abel. Natasha and I trained together with Dr. Palmer. We're friends before that, with all our metaphysical love and passionate work, like with George Duesman and anyway, many things. But yes, we do remote spirit release, even though we're both mediumistic. Natasha is has a passion for her facilitator role, and as I do for my mediumship role. So we work together, clearing and cleansing with our wonderful guides. And we wanted to become more of a presence, and we have a lot to say, a lot of wisdom from our experiences. Our guides always have a lot to say. And there is definitely a need for some information, especially all of you out there. Some of you are very new to this, or at least to remote spirit release. So we thought we would chime in to get today. And it seems like there is a specific issue that has been popping up about imposter guides. Natasha?
Yes, that's a very important topic, and it brings me to back years ago in our training with Dr. Palmer, and he used to take us through a shamanic journey meditation that he said was vital to our training because in this meditation we would be challenged by imposter guides. So we would go in and we would either get a guide that was our guide, or we would get an imposter. And so this exercise was to show us the difference because he felt like it was vital that we know this, because he said that our spirit guides would step aside on purpose and allow this to happen so that we would know. Because the caliber of work that we do, we cannot afford to get it wrong. We cannot afford to let things into our space, into our groups, into our sessions that would be in any way looking to infiltrate or cause harm. And so this was something that he took very seriously, and we take very seriously at the Academy. And on that front, basically you are the one that has to decide that. So you have to be the one in your own heart, and you have to know. And then after you know for sure, then your partner has to know, because, we work as teams. We're facilitator, we're mediums. If I am facilitating a medium and a guide comes forward, even if they were to answer all three questions, yes, questions, because we have three questions that we ask to make sure that they're positive. Well, there are liars that can be liars, right? So we also have to feel that. So if the facilitator were to feel that this is not right, then we would dismiss the guide because it's not worth, even if it was positive and we were wrong, fine. It's our responsibility to make sure everybody is safe. So yeah, it goes all the way back, and it's something that we really look to maintain, and it's a vital lesson for everyone, not just in our work, but in any mediumistic capacity, because you have the public in mind. You are there to help. You're not there to harm people.
Mm. Well, with that said, yes, so we've been doing this for many years, and made mistakes, learned from those mistakes, and that's the point. So they were invaluable. But when you're a person that has nothing but wanting to help humanity, like as your sole purpose for being here, it hurts to find out you've been duped and that you unknowingly, energetically made people vulnerable to attack based off of you being fooled. And I could tell you, I mean, I had that happen to me. Life became very busy, started to do sessions on the go, and total flop or failure. So I am extra careful. But the point is that there's people out there doing work like this that fully believe, that they're working with positive guides, and their clients are getting attacked, and it's sad. But I can talk about this because I was actually a person that, thank God, it was for a very short time and it was years ago. But now I will not work outside of my sacred space. I take a huge amount of time preparing, and I have tons of guides. It's like a stadium. Sometimes it feels like of guides wanting to work. And a lot of times I reject guides that probably are good. I will not unless I feel 100%. It's just a no-go. It, you have to be careful. If you're not, I mean, not even if I'm thinking my heart couldn't take hurting anybody. But I mean, who would want that karma either? Hurting people, we're not trying to put the fear of God in people, but we just want you to understand, to not give your power away.
Yeah.
And the guys have something to say about that too, which I will share.
Yeah. And it's not that the medium wishes to hurt anyone. They're being fooled. They're being told, you can be
Right.
told things, and it's not a species. We don't care about the species. I don't care if you have a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater as your guide. If he's been vetted by you through your heart, through the guides that you trust, you have a working relationship, your partner that you work with feels the same way, go for it. But make for sure 1000% that that is the case, because that is our responsibility, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So if there were a species that was generally of a negative polarity or something like that, even if they were good, I probably wouldn't. I just, because I'm so careful. It's just the way it is, and they don't always show up looking like that. But once your guides that you're familiar with are very experienced, like we've been working at this for years. So our guides can detect this stuff like immediately. So they would not let these other guides. So a lot of times I'm asking my guides that I have been vetted and worked with for years to vet new people. They do. It's really cool. They train uh, new spirit guides that come in, and that's a lot of fun too to watch, but they're always there, watching. So just have to be really sure who you're allowing into your energy field if you're having another a practitioner work on you. That's another thing. I am so careful. I just don't want people working on me, or only people that I know that I can
Mm.
trust, who are careful with who they work with on the in the energetic.
That's another
So,
lesson, isn't it? That's another lesson that we all have to learn. Who you allow into your energy field, and what are their practices, and what is their hygiene, and what are they bringing with them? What are they doing at night that is causing things to be attracted to them that they may bring to their clients, because they have a, sloppy, maybe they haven't learned to regulate themselves very well. So, yeah.
yeah.
So I have a question for you, since you've been doing this medium thing for a while now. What would be your advice to an up and coming baby medium who wishes to do greater work, even maybe step into RSR as a medium at some point when they're trained up? What would be your advice for them beginning?
Ooh, okay. Well, first of all, be prepared for some SHI bleep because uh, first
Yeah.
they try to mess with you, and then the whole training wheels. Then they mess with anybody in your vicinity. And then you learn to see what that looks like and how to prevent that from happening. And then they mess with people out. It's like rings of an onion, and you
Mm-hmm.
see it coming from a lot of different directions. And they still keep messing with you. So, but I don't know. There's zero fear here, and you know what to look for, and you know how to deal with it. And just know that it takes time. I think anybody coming into the field, if there might be a state of ego or immaturity, and I think we've all felt that, where it's like, I'm gonna, save the world and take on like everything big. And in numbers, I think us RSR professionals can do that. Uh, but
Yeah,
you really do make a difference one client at a time. You
totally.
change their part of the tapestry, and it's like watercolors that it's affecting. So we're affecting the whole world by working on have that discernment energetically, develop your
Slice and dice.
spirit team. Yeah. It's like a tapestry of the energetics of the person that we work on becomes much more light infused, and their more authentic self, and it bleeds out into their world and helps to create the infusion of light. So as we work with one client at a time, we're really affecting the whole tapestry, right? People from all
Sure.
over,
Yeah.
and we're cleansing and clearing. They're affecting other people. People then even come to us. We help them clear. Oh, and I very much would like to say this, because I do say it all the time with my individual clients. We're really not looking for repeat customers. We really want there to be no more customers,
Right.
truly and wholeheartedly. We try to teach people, after having put them into a state of sovereignty, to keep themselves clear. Obviously, we're there. There's going to be some moments where people stumble and fall. It's just like a toddler learning to walk. But our goal is to empower people, absolutely. And it just, oh, it gives me such a good feeling inside. Just thinking of that. Like, and we
Right.
do, we
Yeah.
get, I still talk a lot. A lot. It's just wonderful to have that connection. I know we all like agreed to this prior to incarnation, to help each other out. So it's a beautiful thing.
Right. Right. It is a wonderful thing to get people back on their feet, because a lot of times they don't remember what it's like to be in their own energy without any influence. And once they're back there, then they
Ah,
can really start working on the things that they really need to work on, and then we can point them in the right direction. And yeah,
yeah, there's some
we
purpose.
definitely don't want repeat customers. There are going to be cases where, if they're institutionalized or they're just super high risk, maybe they're in a high risk job or something where they're a target a lot. But other than that, I think
Yeah.
that the education of teaching them how to remain that way once they've gotten that way is just so valuable, because we don't want to see you back. We want to see you go forward.
Right. Yes.
Right.
And again, once you can really understand, like, that voice that just said that really negative thing, like, I'm not going to feed into that. I'm not going to allow the mind looping to start happening. I'm going to stop right here and work on my vibration. So that really is a huge thing, awareness. And I think we're bringing a lot of that to the table. So,
Right, right.
yay.
And on the other side of the coin, don't be ashamed or afraid if you do need help again. Absolutely reach out for that. But tools, we really emphasize being able to learn to do this to yourself, do this for yourself, because, freedom is going to be when everybody has that power in their hands and they know it. Everyone has the power, they just don't realize it yet. So if we can teach them and show them, then
Yeah.
that's going to be where it's at. That's going to be where that tapestry really takes on its beauty.
Yeah. And sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. And it really
Yeah.
does. Like, remember all the times we had to help clear each other, and then it became less and less. And now it's like once in every blue moon. But we're here to
Yeah.
help each other. We have a network, and which is really nice. So
Particularly
we
the
really
type of
are
work that
collective.
we do, because we're under
Yeah.
such scrutiny. We're on their
radar. Oh
list.
my, our foreheads.
We're on their favorites list, because they would love
Yeah.
to stop us for every person that we get freedom for. That's maybe 10 more people that they don't get to have because that person in turn is not you know causing openings in the other one for their shenanigans.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we are under attack, and we that's why we have
And
to be super meticulous with what we do. We cannot cut corners. We
a lot of
cannot
times,
entertain bull stuff.
yeah,
You know.
totally. Yes, a lot of times we'll, get a DFE, dark force entity, in someone's arc field, but then we'll follow the trail and they'll be like the mob boss. And yeah, they're not
Mm,
very happy.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, they usually send their little
yeah.
minions in there to do the work, don't they?
Yeah.
And they just kind of stand back. They don't realize that we have
So
little
it's,
sniffer dogs that find them.
yeah, and it's super cool because you know that the bigger entity, this was not their only like target that they were working with,
Yeah.
so for their feeding. So that's it. You're helping other people at the same time. The guides are. We love you guides, by the way. We love you. We love you, Dr. Palmer.
For sure,
He's
for
always
sure.
watching, helping.
Yes, he's been quite
Yeah.
active lately. He's he's very proud. I feel like I can just one of my sensitivities is feeling, and I can just feel how proud he is that we have some really awesome mediums and facilitators that have come out of the first class, and we're fixing to go into a next class, and we want to make sure that we're solid. We're building a solid foundation because it's just too important. It's
Yes,
just way too important.
indeed. It is. Very exciting, all the work Jono and Andy have done, and
Oh yes,
super grateful for that. And yeah. Yay.
absolutely. All right, so earlier we were talking to your guide, and we didn't have this part recorded. So they were talking about Sirius A and Sirius B. It says reptoids that are not thoroughly of negative, but they're not thoroughly of service either.
Yes. Okay, I do
Um,
remember
that we needed to exercise discernment on that. And they were talking about pulsing sonar light, how this is superior to even what we could do. Something about a light that like shines on them and like reveals their true nature or something. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yes, because I could, see what they're doing. It's quite interesting and I'm quite curious. So I often just watch. So, yes, it's the idea, I believe, like dolphins do. And so you can pick up, it's like a boomerang. You're throwing something out there, and then it's all about vibration, and that's really it. So if you can discern vibration, you can't be fooled. And that's really what they
Oh,
were talking
interesting.
about. But I do remember, yes, they were talking about reptoids, and that the majority of them are not positively polarized. Majority. So, that means that there could be a potential risk uh, if you chose to work with one. Um, What else did they say? Did you make any
They
notes? I'm
said
trying to
that
remember, but it was like,
emotions are good for us to use, but also emotions are the playthings of these beings, and they will use everything. They know us very well emotionally, and they will use our emotions to deceive us.
Mhm. Ah, okay. Well, yeah, that
So
resonates and
that's why
rings
the
true for
pulse,
me, for
the
sure.
sonar
Yeah.
is handy because that's
Yeah. Well, we don't really have that, I suppose, but maybe we
yeah,
do. Maybe we do, right? It's like everything's
yeah.
energetic and vibratory. So, um, yeah, why not try it? pulsing that energy out there. And I think they did talk about that the individual is putting, their shield up and bubbles up. And, we really do that anyway. And then you can push your energy outside of the field, you like feelers and check. And, it's almost like taste testing something, like out allowing them to come in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. Anyway.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that and along the lines of the emotions, they were saying that they use emotions such as like our desire to help others and our desire to become bigger, you know, force for good or whatever. That they can use that and twist it, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, as
so
humans, we all want to have that sense of purpose, right? We all want to have a driving force, a need to, a lot of us be of service. Without that, what would we be? And so, again, I mean, that's self-work. Just being at peace with yourself and your presence and your, internal light. Not really do something, period. But yeah, they do play on the ego an awful lot. And I think we're all capable of being preyed on in that manner. But at least if you're aware of it, you can sort of like check yourself before you wreck yourself, sort of thing, right?
exactly, yeah. So that's the notes I took
Or wreck
before.
anyone else.
That's the notes I took before
Okay.
we um, decided we might should record this. So here I will insert, like magic, the clip of the actual channeling.
Blessed be, beloveds. We have come to today to put our 2 cents to the plate, sending out good and positive vibes for all those that are in attendance. We seek to inform and enrich this conversation based off of the knowing of what we are coming here to speak about today, which seems solely regarding these negative imposter guides. Putting it lightly, there are as much out there to be cognizant or aware of. So we were speaking just a moment ago prior to recording that we were, let's see, unlike those in the physical dimension, we send out pulsars of light, which detects the negativity at a vibratory rate. Unsuspecting 3D humans, however, have not that same ability, at least unless there is much energetic practice. And so we say that the majority, a vast majority of those that are perhaps listening will not be able to detect all that does not glitter is gold type the mentality that is out there. Seeing that which seems to be sparkly and golden is not all that it seems to much of the time. So we're putting this to the test, you see. We send out the energetic vibration and we can feel the resonant energy, all that the vibratory waves, the light. And we sense infractions and we search for that possible negative energy in the field. Anyhow, we see that you have other methods, perhaps, of asking, sounding it out, hearing, feeling. We do suggest there is all of the above put in. Intuition is boundless. So we say that you must look at this from multiple perspectives. Certainly, the vibratory rate feels the strength of that is perhaps the best. We feel very greatly, don't we? And if you do not, then we say practice. We all have practice. But doubt seems to be the number one, let's say, problematic issue here. We see that people are hesitant to discern for themselves, thus ensuring the power is in someone else's hands. And we say, no, no, no. Do not see that you are powerless. We feel that is played up far too much there. Yes. So do trust yourself and do not doubt. Alas, fear seems to be problematic as well. Fear, in fact, is the calling card of that which you do not wish to have. So do not vibratorily run at the rate of fear. Yes. Yes. Okay. So harshness is not our um, what we are aiming at. We wish to, of course, help. Okay, freedom is the sole intention of our group to ensure humanity has what we would say is free will and allowing you to flourish without interception. Yes, needing to allow yourselves to be free once more again. For we do not see it as free in the now moment. No, there is nothing but hardship, it seems, for many. Alas, once you regain your power and reclaim it, there will be no uncertainty as what you can accomplish. Many of you feel that there is no hope. Why, we wish to ensure that you regain your positivity. We see much hope for humanity at this time, but we do wish that collaboration is acquired more frequently, where there is greater momentum, greater power, magnitude, magnetic force with the many. Yes, once we have that concept firmly instilled within this construct, why amazing things will happen shortly. Maybe you have perhaps a question.
Yes, actually. So, what would you say would be the very best thing for someone to do if they were approached by a guide they were unsure of? What would be the very best way for them to know for sure to work with this guide?
Mainly understanding that there is nothing vibratorily separating yourself from those unless you do not put your protections up. Once you perceive that you have a wall of energetic vibration, you can send out a feeler, if you will, and put that energy to the test. How and what does that feel like? From your innermost vantage point, does it feel like a yes, a magnitude of light and smiles from within, or does it feel like a much more lower, you might say, crunchy vibratory rate? How does it feel? We wish you to feel that first and foremost, and not seeing yourself as a warrior of light because that is what they are telling you. You must be trusting of us because we push you to your limits. We see that you are here to do amazing things. Why, yes, maybe you are, but intrinsically knowing that this would not be possible without them at your side is what they are telling you. We suggest that you do not deceive yourself. Yes, there is much one can do with simple humans upon the earth, not needing, an amazing guide that will see you through to the finish, promising you wonderful things. And yes, it doesn't hurt to check your ego. That is really the majority of the problem here that we have maybe been experiencing with the light community. They see themselves as the champions, and we couldn't do anything without them, now could we? And we see that as folly and foolishness. Do not hesitate to check the innermost. Let's your innermost guidance when it comes to people that you feel stand above you on a platform. They do not perhaps see even for themselves that what they are carrying around with them is nothing but bad baggage. Yes, reptilian guides are the main emphasis that perhaps has been spoken about of late, and do not suggest that you push your own guidance to the side. Need to understand and discern for yourselves. Yes, maybe we can say this is a learning lesson for the many. There are those that say these are good and these are bad. And we do see it as a discernment, an educational lesson for those that need it. These guides, whether they are negative or not, have a service purpose in that they teach people, understand that negatively oriented polarities do not serve you. They serve their own good. But by chance, they have a silver lining. And we do see that. Maybe you can too. And see that, hmm, out there are many things to experience. And, we are all part of this soup. But we help one another and we help you. Yes, we say, do your part and do yourself a service. Um, be powerful. You are. Yes, maybe not in your understanding now, but you will see. You will see. You are powerful. Do not hesitate to feel that power in a non-egoic state. Yes, must we remind you. Just pulse that light out and beam it. And if you feel it back, perhaps you are in the right state to receive. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So, it seems as if in order for us to know one from the other, we have to experience both. And
Yes,
so,
somewhat of a choice we have, don't
yeah,
we? To see what we want to see or see what we actually see. That is the difference. Do not hesitate to doubt. It is much safer to doubt and not be wrong than to, well, be wrong and not have taken the chance to do something about it by double checking and triple checking. Yes. Not sure of yourself? Then pause. Do not stay in a zone where there is some conflict. That is not good. Yes. Yes, it's okay to be wrong and have been safe than to have been wrong and had continued along with the connection that was not good. Yes, we have seen this before.
yes, and they will have a what would seem like a positive connection in the beginning, wouldn't they?
Many have been fooled by this. They have seen themselves in the presence of Jesus, for example, has not been Jesus, unfortunately. We have Oh, well, all of us have made our own stumbles along our path and learned. Yes, as has our medium here. She has a story to tell about that for sure. And we can say that this has made her much stronger and many times more careful than we would even suggest that she be. But you have to feel safe and in whatever manner that works for you. Yes, we say wonderful. Be safe.
Thank you. So basically, you're saying that we must all make our own choice and listen to our own hearts
Yes.
and trust
We
ourselves.
stave off the negativity for her much of the time, but for the time, and here again, we may allow what seems to be a negative to enter because we see that she should be tested once in a while. Yes, yes. Again, powerlessness. No, we must see that each and every one has this ability to contain their own energy and be at peace with themselves. Ward off negativity, for we are not above anyone. No, we cannot stand to see others see themselves as lower, less than beings. No one is less than. Yes, for we all have beautiful, energetic souls that are beaming with light, pulsing at a rate that is formidable. Yes. And so we see this as our collective duty to be amongst you all and yes, and play at this all, this game, this wisdom to be gained from this game. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for that wisdom. Is there anything else that you feel like we need to know as a group or as a collective going forward?
Lovely, energetic group. Yes, we see many wonderful souls. Yes. Placing their hearts out there for all to see at some times, at some points. Let's say negligence of energy management is an issue. Taking on more than we can chew. We see some of those doing that as well. Going about it the wrong way, perhaps energetic maintenance is a must. And so we must issue a loud and clear warning that you must see yourselves as protected and strong at all times. Yes, do not diminish your own power by seeing those out there as bigger than yourself. Yes, beam your light, beam your light strongly with conviction. And always say to yourself that you need not do others do because perhaps they are poking or prodding you to do it. Just maintain your own frequency, your sovereignty. Yes, yes, take your time. Um, do not hesitate to put the stop sign up, to pause, to be sure you are in the right company. That is what we would say.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we
Yes,
each have our own choice and responsibility, don't we?
do not please others, for it is yourself you must please. It is yourself that you are held accountable to. Yes, understand that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Many blessings. One sec. Okay. So I'm thinking that we can conclude here. We don't want to keep going on forever, but we will be back because there's a lot that both the guides and we have to share. So we thank you if you've listened up to this point, and have a wonderful day, and feel free to reach out. We will post our websites below. We work together. So if you book with Natasha, you'll be getting me anyway. You book with me, you'll be getting Natasha.
We're kind of a package deal, aren't we?
Anyway, if you have any questions too, feel free to PM. We love, please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Till next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mwah. Please. Sorry. Again. Try one more time. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Natasha. I'm Natasha Parvin. Oh my God.
You wish.
You're right. Okay. Oh my God.
You're gonna make me cry.
It's all right. Yep. Hi, everyone. I am Tara Abele.
And I'm Natasha Parvin.
And together we do remote spirit release.